Every day, and especially for Veterans Day, we honor the courage and sacrifice of those who have served. A UPS plane crash at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport has shaken the community as we come together to support those impacted. All that and more on Louisville This Week. I'm your host, John Ramsey, Director of City Partnerships. UPS Flight 2976 caught fire on the runway and exploded shortly after takeoff at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport, killing at least 12 people. Others were injured and are still missing.
Just about 2 weeks ago, we did train with Louisville Fire along with the Airport Authority. This is something that we do annually. You hope that you never have to do this, but unfortunately it happened. So last night we had roughly 38 companies on scene. We had multiple agencies from across the state. We had, and please forgive me, those agencies if I do not name you, but Bardstown, Bullitt County, Lexington, all responded here. We worked with MetroSafe, Louisville Metro EMS, Louisville PD, and all the county fire departments across our county here.
In an overwhelming response, dozens of agencies worked to fight the fire and coordinate search and rescue efforts following the UPS flight tragedy. Leaders worked together with NTSB's investigation to coordinate services for those impacted.
What I'm willing to do is being patient, but I will be reasonable, understanding that they do need to gather that evidence, but there is a lot out there. And at least for me as governor, my expectation is this can't drag on for years. We're going to need to get some answers in a time frame to where if we need to take additional steps, we can do that. That's what's important to me.
What we just saw at the crash site is devastating beyond words. The impact and intensity of the charred wreckage is unlike anything I've ever seen before, and certainly nothing that I ever want to see again. The vast size of the debris field where the plane crashed in flames is completely heartbreaking. And our thoughts and prayers are going to be with the victims' families for as long as it takes for them to begin the recovery process, which certainly is going to take a while.
In honor of Veterans Day on November 11th, Louisville is hosting a Veterans Day parade. This year, it's in Nulu on Saturday, November 8th, starting at 11 a.m.
This year marks the 15th anniversary of the parade, and we're excited for its return. Rachel and I are looking forward to joining everyone at 11 a.m. on Saturday morning on East Market Street in Nulu. This is a new location for the parade, a new location that we hope brings even more people. Come celebrate our veterans and thank them for their public service. I encourage everyone to come out, join us, and bring your families. It's an opportunity to line the street, wave our flags, to our veterans thanks. Because of what we've gone through this week as a community, come together with one another and show our strength and support as a community.
You can watch the full parade right here on Metro TV. For Veterans Day, we're recognizing one city employee each week in November who has served in the military. This week, we start with Metro TV's very own Multimedia Services Supervisor, Regan Thomas.
I served in the active duty Army in the 101st Airborne Division. My MOS was 11 Bravo. I'm the supervisor for Louisville Metro TV, and I've worked at Metro for 15 years now. To be an individual in the military, you rely on so many people, and everyone can step up and take the place of someone that goes down. And everyone here at Metro TV is kind of like that too. We can all get it done. My generation was kind of between major conflicts. I grew up with neighbors and friends who went off to Vietnam. They saw their number get called in the lottery, and kind of felt like my generation just hadn't contributed. The day I joined the Army, the Berlin Wall came down. So peace was breaking out everywhere. And then 2 years later, I found myself in the Desert Storm in the Gulf War. I did get to see Bob Hope at a USO show, so it was just like the newsreels from World War II. Bob Hope rolled up in a Humvee, not a Jeep, and got up on the hood and told some corny jokes. Being in the 101st and sharing that legacy and that history with the soldiers that came before me. The lowest low I ever had in the military, I just said goodbye to my wife. We were deploying, and knowing that she was just, 100 yards away, but it was going to be, I wasn't going to see her until the end of this deployment. So she might as well have been 1,000 miles away. That was really hard. Thinking about that reunion and thinking about her got me through the deployment in a war.
The main library branch downtown will temporarily close to undergo a large-scale renovation and expansion starting December 1st.
As everyone can see here, the renovation of the main library is underway. This is a large and complicated $8 million project that is making much needed improvements and expansions. Improvements that were needed but ignored, tabled, or deferred for decades. And when this project is completed, we'll have 16,000 more square feet of usable space in the historic 1906 portion of the building. We'll reopen the third floor, which has been closed since 2018. And we're adding improved meeting and study spaces, new furniture, and finishes. It became clear that keeping the doors open to the public during construction will not be safe. And so starting December 1st, the main library will be temporarily closed to the public for up to 12 months. This is the same week that the newly renovated Portland Library will be reopening.
We continue sharing the stories of local parents who have lost a child to gun violence. This week, we hear from Sharita Smith.
My son's name was Tyree. He was a junior at Eastern High School. He was 16 years old. He was an awesome kid. He was very happy, always smiling, always trying to help anybody he can. Everyone says, he'll give you his last dollar, and it have been incidents where he actually did. He loved sports. He loved playing basketball. He was a great big brother. He had 2 siblings, so he always knew he was the leader. And he was just so funny. He lost his life on September the 22nd, 2021 on his school bus stop. It was a drive-by shooting that took place. Yeah, it was the worst day of my life. You send your kid out to school to go get an education, and some havoc that don't even involve them starts to affect you. Not only did it affect the whole community, it affected my whole family. I tell parents to watch your kids, keep an eye out on who they're hanging with. In my case, my son wasn't hanging with anyone. He didn't know the perpetrators are, what was the incident was over. But I just tell parents to be more mindful. We got to make sure that us as parents, we're looking under our kids' bed. We're being mindful. We're not trying to be our kids' best friend. It's okay to be strict. It's okay to lay down the law and the rules and stick to it. If you need help, ask for it. It's always someone here that can help. That's what we do at the ACE Project. We don't mind helping any kid that we can. So we just ask, if you need any help, reach out. We got to show our kids a different way. These kids are out here making bad decisions, and we're the ones that have to pick up the pieces, the families.
If you're looking for something to do this week, here are some events happening in our community. From interactive projects and mock businesses to working in a real credit union, students at Southern High School's Business Leadership Academy are gaining practical skills and getting ready for life after high school.
In the academies of Louisville, we like to get out of our seats and learn how to manage money.
I chose this academy because I really like the idea of being able to grow and develop my financial knowledge as well as other business area knowledges such as marketing, such as personal finance, financial services, entrepreneurship. I really like the well-rounded business knowledge that this academy provides.
My favorite experiences with the Business Academy is how they let us really get hands-on and actually talk to people that are in the business industry, and it gives us a glance as to what we're getting into if we want to do this after high school. It really prepares us for the real world, and I think that's what I love the most about the Business Academy, is that it prepares me, because I know I want to work in the business, but am I prepared for it? And they're preparing me for it. I feel like people just think that we sit all day and we're just on our laptop and just typing, but that's not true. We do fun activities where it involves like business.
And then just the classes, all the classes, learning about different interest accounts in my personal finance class, or learning about different marketing strategies in my marketing class. And then learning how to budget a life, essentially doing a budget project in my financial services class, just different stuff like that have prepared me to exit high school into the real world.
We've also, this year we did this project where we all did a pretend business and we each were in different departments. I was in the accounting and the finance one where I was budgeting and trying to run the business. I was in marketing, so we would do like social media and stuff. It was actually really fun. We had HR, we had operations, we had sales. So it really helped us do more than just a laptop, because that's how we're gonna learn. And that was really cool.
So the opportunity is you'd be in Business Leadership Academy, and you get into that your sophomore year. After your freshman year, you'll be introduced into it. And during that time, you can have the chance to interview to get into the credit union. After that, you'll go into a summer training, which is normally about 2 weeks. And after that, during the school year, you would work in a class period. And then after so long, if you wanted that opportunity to, you can work after school and get paid for that. I've learned how to do transactions, work with money, count money separate ways, how to do loans, car payments, house payments, help with checks, and multiple stuff like that.
Oh, and if you need any help in anything or for future jobs, they will for sure help you.
The Louisville Metro Housing Authority is building something everyone in Louisville can be proud of with their new mission focus. Would you live here?
Fury and frustration tonight as several people living inside Louisville Metro housing properties lined up to lay out how they're living.
People living at 2 Louisville Metro Housing Authority properties are claiming they're living in poor conditions and their maintenance requests are being ignored.
She says the water destroyed her carpet and led to mold in her apartment. It should be normal to you that you have feces coming in your shower.
For decades, public housing in Louisville has carried stories about challenges, about aging buildings, about struggle. But those stories don't define us. They remind us why our work matters. At the Louisville Metro Housing Authority, we're launching a new internal campaign. Would I live here? A question meant to guide our work, challenge our assumptions, and inspire pride in what we build together. It's about more than maintenance. It's about dignity. It's about walking through every property from Avenue Plaza to Willie C. Plaza to Noltemeyer to Liberty Green, and asking ourselves one simple but powerful question. Would I live here?
When I walk through a unit, I think about how my own family will feel walking into the unit.
It's the small things, checking the leaky faucet, the paint, and the light to show the residents that we really care.
We're not just improving buildings, we're investing in people.
From finance to compliance, from capital improvements to property management, from maintenance to Section 8, every department plays a role in shaping the resident experience.
We might not be out in the field every day, but every number we crunch impacts a family's home.
Our job is to make sure we do everything with integrity, because fairness builds trust.
When we find housing for a family,
we open a door to stability.
It takes all of us, every department, every property, every person, to work together to make sure dignity and pride show up in everything we do. We've seen transformation before, and we'll see it again, because LMHA is moving forward. We are redefining what public housing can look like. We are investing in people, places, and potential.
When we ask, would I live here, we're not just talking about buildings. We're talking about building an LMHA we can all be proud of.
No matter the location, every corner of our community tells part of our story. And every one of us helps write the next chapter. Because when we build with pride, care with dignity, and serve with heart, we don't just improve housing, we improve lives.
LMHA, are we ready?
JCPS is officially partnering with the Dare to Care food banks, so all schools and JCPS buildings will serve as drop-off sites for community donations for at least the next 4 weeks.
Over 600,000 Kentuckians receive SNAP benefits. This represents more than 271,000 households, over 260,000 Kentucky kids.
A child going hungry is never okay. A parent skipping a meal so that their children have enough to eat is never okay. It puts an entire family at risk.
We know the needs extend beyond our school doors and beyond our school hours. That is why today I'm announcing that JCPS is partnering with Dare to Care to launch a massive district-wide food and fund drive. This effort will help us stock local pantries, ensure that our families and our neighbors don't have to face the impossible choice between food and essential costs.
We normally see anywhere from 25 to 40 families a day. Yesterday, we saw 117 families. They were literally standing at the door, waiting for us to open up. And what we're asking is for our public. We need everyone to stand up.
Every day in JCPS, we provide over 100,000 meals at no cost to students through funding received from the U.S. Department of Agriculture, from the Kentucky Department of Education. Our district qualifies for this resource because more than 60% of our students are deemed eligible through our federal programs, including SNAP. Starting today, we're accepting donations at every JCPS school, as well as the Van Hoos Education Center, the Stober Building, and the C.B. Young Service Center. For our parents and neighbors who can afford to donate, if you can afford to donate, please do so. Let's give them what they need to be successful so that they can come into our schools ready to learn, so they can excel.
Want to know what's happening in your city? Metro TV shows your government in action. Metro TV is the only place you will see every minute of Metro Council meetings live. Be informed, be prepared, be a part of our community. Stay connected with Louisville Metro TV on Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, YouTube, and Spectrum Cable Channel 184. Metro TV. Engage, empower, entertain.
There is always something to do in Louisville, and Roseanne Maston with Louisville Tourism joins us with some ideas.
Hi, I'm Roseanne Maston with Louisville Tourism. I'd like to share a few things happening around Louisville this week. Bluegrass is Louisville's take on Kentucky's beloved bluegrass music. Join us throughout November with free live performances at unique local venues every weekend. The Louisville Pagan Roots Festival returns November 8th. Held annually at the Melwood Arts Center, this festival is dedicated to celebrating and educating about paganism through workshops, ceremonies, entertainment, and vendors. Don't miss the 4th annual Witches Ball after the fest. See the legendary actor and comedian Bill Murray perform with the Blood Brothers Band, a musical collaboration that blends Murray's wit with classic rock at the Louisville Palace on November 9th. Dig into some $10 pies from some of Bourbon City's best pizza joints during the Louisville Pizza Week, held November 10th through the 16th. Be sure to download the app and submit the photogenic pies you tried for a chance to win gift card prizes. The annual Festival of Faiths returns to Louisville November 12th through 15th. This nationally acclaimed spiritual festival is now in its 29th year. Workshops and talks will take place at the Kentucky Center for Performing Arts. Get more details about these events and others at gotolouisville.com. Just click on the calendar of events.
Carlos, you're the goalie.
Hi, my name is Yvonne DeVilla Beagle, and I am the esports coach at the Academy at Shawnee.
Whatever points we earn is match points that we get towards the tournament.
I came to the Academy at Shawnee in 2020, and one of the things that I noticed is they did not have a Rocket League team. We started playing Rocket League for a club, so we started an esports club first. Then once I had enough players that we could form an actual team, then what we did is we formed our very first Rocket League team, and when the first season that we played, we were dead last. Like, we lost every single match. And I was okay with that because I felt like the students were learning about the game. And so we just continued practicing and working together. And at this point, they're number 2 in JCPS.
That's better than what we were doing.
It means a lot. Like, it shows that we've grown throughout those years, like communication-wise and like as a community.
A lot of great things, and I don't know how to explain it. That's how it feels, you know? I have great, teammates also to go along with that, great friends, best friends. Even throughout games, they're always there for you, no matter what.
I think it's a testament to the fact that the kids are really dedicated to the sport. I think they work really well together. We've developed a relationship where they're getting along, they're communicating well as a team. We've set aside our egos, and so I think at this point the kids really just want to win and they want to work together to win. Well, one of the things that's exciting is the fact that our students are going to get to see things that they wouldn't otherwise have access to if they get to go to the University of Kentucky and enter into one of the championship games. A lot of people don't always view the Academy at Shawnee as this like state championship level type team, but the fact that my students are now playing at a competitive level says something about their grit and determination as a team.
Well, then you need to take the lead and tell them what you need. You hear me?
With temperatures cooling down and more folks staying inside, we ask people to share their favorite games.
One of our favorite games is dominoes.
I am definitely a Dungeons and Dragons kind of girl. So. Been playing for about 15 years now. So. Yeah, is that it?
And my favorite board game is Spades.
My favorite game is going to be Rummy Cube. I've always played it with my grandparents when I go down to visit them, and it is just such a fun game. It gets really competitive. You have to use your brain on it, so I would definitely recommend Rummy Cube to anybody that needs a game to play today.
My favorite games are Monopoly, Uno, and whatever got cards in it, whatever gets me money. Come on, Connect 14. Y'all be blessed.
The Louisville Zoo is supporting the community through its winter food drive for Dare to Care. Now through February, guests who bring a non-perishable food item can purchase discounted zoo admission tickets. You might not think you want to know more about tarantulas, but did you know females can live up to 20 to 30 years? We took a trip to the Louisville Zoo to learn more.
We are in the Louisville Zoo Herp Aquarium. We have fireleg tarantula, which is native to Mexico. Medium-sized animal, 6 to 7 inches. Kind of defensive. It likes to kick its urticating hairs more often than it does bite. And white-kneed tarantula, which is native to northern Brazil in the Amazon basin region. A little bit larger animal, gets about 8 inches. Females of both species will live about 20 years. Males are much shorter lived. The white knees, males live about 4 years. And the red legs, males will live 8 to 10 years. They have a complex series of 8 different eyes. They're little more than advanced light sensors. They're divided down the middle too, so 4 on one side, 4 on the other, but in a tiny little cluster right on top of the thorax. With their eyes being so small and almost indistinguishable from the rest of their body, it can be very off-putting. Not to mention that their bite is not pleasant. These guys will weave webs like a net across the ground to pick up seismic movement. They need the movement in order to detect food. They're highly in tune to those webs as far as how big the animal is, how fast the animal's moving, what it is, as to whether or not it's predator or prey or just something innocuous that they have nothing to do with. They're naturally insectivores, but they have been known to eat small lizards, baby snakes, things like that. These animals could go 2 months without any food and not have any issue at all. Their metabolism is specifically based around their external temperatures.
And this week, for Animal Shelter Appreciation Week, we take some extra time to say thank you to all the volunteers, staff, and adopters who care for our city's pets.
None of that really killed his spirits. He's still one of the happiest, most playful dogs we have here.
Hi, I'm Amy Puckett. I am a 5th grade teacher and the head coach for cheer at Middletown Elementary School.
Grab your palms, all of the things. And fast, let's get there in 10. Be ready.
I've been a cheer coach here for 4.5 years. We started out as a cheer club in the spring one year, and then the next year we had tryouts, and the plan was to cheer for basketball games. We got about a month in and realized our girls were pretty good and decided, hey, I bet we could compete in a competition and do pretty well. We are one of few local elementary schools who compete, so we've been able to win our regionals to go to state.
I like having a cheer team at my school, and I think that's nice to have a cheer team at your school.
I can actually say that I'm a part of something really big. A lot of the girls are really nice and stuff.
I think it's important for girls to be exposed to cheer or any sport or activity just as a way to build relationships with other students and staff in the building. It gives them an opportunity to build confidence, which is what I've seen a lot with our young ladies. They really come out of their shells, and then you see them be more confident in the classroom. And then I think that that's going to lead and move with them into middle school, high school, and the rest of life.
Copper wire theft is robbing us of our safety. Thieves are targeting our essential infrastructure, darkening roadways, disrupting emergency services, shutting down internet networks, and causing over $1 million in damages just last year. Copper wire theft is illegal. Mayor Craig Greenberg's Copper Wire Theft Task Force is getting results, but your help is needed. If you see something suspicious, call Crime Stoppers at 502-582-CLUE. You could get a $5,000 reward. Metro Animal Services has dogs, kittens, cats, and puppies all looking for a foster or forever home. Thanks for watching Louisville This Week. You can share Metro TV with your family and friends by following on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and X, or by downloading the Metro TV app on Roku, Apple TV, or Amazon Fire TV. We'll see you next time.